Hi, welcome back to part two of us discussing AI. And I think we're going to recap a little bit and then get into positive and negative um, effects of AI and some specific questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about how hopefully AI helps senior citizens become a little more independent, right? Staying independent longer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that was through voice assistants, medication reminders,
Helping them, it's just the positive effects in the elderly, just staying independent
excuse
longer,
me. Yep.
remain in their homes.
Yep. Yep. Helping with ordering groceries or, turning lights on and off, stoves on and off, that sort of thing.
Detecting falls, unusual behavior.
Excuse me.
Just it really can automate, automated reminders for meals. Nobody has. I don't need an automated reminder for meals.
Yeah, it needs to be
that one.
reminded.
That one. I doubt if
I haven't run into that problem yet.
I was going to say, I don't see that one in my future.
Yeah. And then we kind of touched on, reducing loneliness and
Yes.
isolation. And my concern has always been, your dependence on a social relationship or a relationship that's maybe it's not really a real relationship, or it's not a relationship with a human being.
Right.
Put it that way.
Right.
Yeah, I guess it is a real relationship.
But it holds conversations. The other thing, it can read books aloud.
I do like that.
Yes.
Of course, there's been audiobooks for a while, but
right, that's true.
Yeah, but still.
Play games helps seniors connect with their family and provide, actually, like you said, in some cases, emotional support.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's be interesting to see someone that's really embraced this, right?
Yeah, it's like some seniors already talk daily with systems like me, the Chat GPT,
Yeah.
or voice assistants, because sometimes it affects them feel less alone.
Huh.
There's somebody to talk to.
Okay. Are you talking to it like that, or you're
No.
just becoming dependent on
I'm
it
just
to do things
dependent
for you?
yes,
Yes.
Mine is basically for
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
And use it.
And
Yeah.
daily convenience on stuff. Like you're
Yes.
talking, if Alexa does your Amazon order
yeah.
for you or something like
Yeah.
that. So, okay. That makes sense. Okay, then we got better healthcare monitoring. So, like you were saying, detecting speech patterns or
Right.
changes or something like that. Which I'm telling you, I already said it in the other one, but I would run into problems with it. I stumble upon myself and my words all the time.
Well, yeah, but later on down the road, you're still
Yeah.
fine now. But think about how your mother at your age probably felt the same way,
Yeah.
and then look what happened.
Well, or maybe I'll just start speaking really well, and that will be like, oh, well, this
Nah.
is different.
That's not happening.
Something's happening with her. Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Now this predicting falls before they happen. What the heck is that? That
Well,
doesn't
maybe
even
they
make
mean
sense to me.
if you stumble. I mean, I am world's worst about falling. I try not to be, but I do. I don't have good balance. My doctor even says I do not have good balance, and I'm known for falling. It's probably
Which, excuse me, let me make which we should even have a conversation about that too, because balance is so important.
right.
So important.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, we should have like what we should be doing. We should do that. Talk about it on.
Yeah, and they say you're
podcast.
supposed to actually, even my doctor gave me some instructions, some things that you're supposed to do daily to help you with balance.
Yeah,
because balance, and they've actually told me that I definitely need to work on my even just trying to stand for so many seconds on just one leg and raise the other one up.
Let's talk about that. And you could demonstrate.
No,
we could.
I'd probably fall.
Well, then more practice, Connie.
And my heart rate would go up. That's right. It's got to come in.
But don't you think that's weird? I don't understand predicting a fall before it happens.
I don't know. Maybe they can tell when you start to stumble.
Yikes.
To
me, there again, that's getting a little.
I mean, it's a
watchful.
it is a little bit invasive. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
that some of the things that are going to happen.
Yeah. I don't know. That one kind of bothers me a little bit. I mean, I guess if it keeps you from falling and breaking a hip, but what I don't
You know what?
understand
Did you know that that most seniors, and this is very even at our age,
hmm
the major cause of death is falling.
really,
Yes,
because you fall and hit your head, or
you
because
fall,
you
you hit your
break the
head, or you can break a hip,
hip, and then you just don't really
and then
recover.
it's just really really difficult to recover.
Yeah.
Most of the people I know, even like my dad, really he was getting better in the hospital, but the thing that did him under was he fell.
Oh goodness.
And
Yeah, you
that's
do hear
happened to
that. Yeah.
yeah, once you need a,
Yeah.
they couldn't do the surgery
Yeah.
because he had breathing issues, because when you
Oh.
fall, if you need something else, you can't, if your lungs are bad or they can't put you under, what do you do
Yeah.
until
Good
it's,
point.
yeah.
Yeah. Yikes. Okay. Yep. I do like this one. Easier access to information.
Yes,
Yeah. As long as the information you're
is
getting is
correct.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back to what examining medical information in plain language is. Sometimes doctors can make things pretty technical, and you just kind of want
Yeah.
a yes or no
Yeah. That's true.
information. And then helping with taxes or
I don't
insurance, I
like
don't think I
that.
like that.
Mm-mm. There
I have
again.
my own. I
Yeah.
have my own. Yeah, again, that's kind of invasive.
And that's giving too much
Too much.
information out
Yeah,
there.
that's too
Yeah.
much.
Mm-hmm.
And translating technology
That makes
instructions,
sense to me.
that makes total sense. Let me tell you what. I've got a big laser printer,
Mm-hmm.
and I had an inkjet printer. Well, when I was actually doing my research and trying to print the cards, this is really funny. I did everything trying to figure out, because I knew I had this inkjet printer in my storage because I just quit using inkjet printer, and I
Uh-huh.
went and I got it, took it out. I couldn't get it to work. I'm like, are you kidding me? Man, just bought ink for it,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I just thought I was going to get it and do it.
Sure.
And I had to use my chat GPT to walk me through everything of how to clean the nozzle, how to clean the
Oh
thing to see if that
goodness.
was it. Well, needless to say, they let me down. So I had to go
Oh.
to Walmart. But I was
Oh.
smart enough that I bought well, I don't know how smart it was. I bought the exact same printer because I just bought all that. I just spent money on that ink.
Yeah.
And it was a cheap one anyway. But again, I had to go. I used AI to help me
Okay.
set it up. I had to use AI to help me explain to me how to get it to print
Yeah.
heavier weight paper, how to get it to do that and to do the cards,
Okay.
because I
And
hadn't
that
learned
all
them.
worked out though. You got
And
it working.
yeah, I did, and I'm so happy, and I'm really happy that I did.
Yeah. Well, look what we did when we started the podcast.
Right.
We
Oh,
were.
we were in
Yeah.
AI
I mean,
hell.
you were in Chat GPT.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
tried everything,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and writing emails and documents. Let me tell you,
Oh yeah.
I use that at work every single day.
Do
It
you?
is fabulous because I'm a terrible speller. My
Mm-hmm.
grammar is not good. And I go into Chat GPT and I go email, and then I put the person's name I'm going to email. Then I write what I want to say
Mm-hmm.
in my email, and have Chat GPT to actually put it. I mean, I got in my words, the explanation,
But in
everything's
a
right,
professional
but to
manner.
put it in a professional manner, and it puts it out just beautifully. And then I
Wow.
just cut and paste it to my email. I've never looked so professional in
I'm
my
so
life.
happy for you for that. But I'm glad that works for you. In my mind, I'm thinking
You lose
you're
the personal,
cheating.
but so what?
I
It's
know. I
hey,
guess so.
it's
I don't want kids doing that though. They need to learn to spell and they need to learn to write.
right. That's true.
So,
But actually, some companies, my company, we're going toward that, and they want that email that's going out to that customer. And we've had some debates about this. They
Mhm.
want a very professional, because that represents our company.
Okay, there again, I think that makes sense. I think the use of it or the end result, I guess, drives whether or not it's a good idea to use or not.
Right.
Sales there again, or you're dealing with,
Right.
customers or something. I can see where,
And as surprising as it is, some of the younger people are like, well, I don't want to do it because it's taken away from my personality. Because they do an email or I'm going to take something, and they're going to put a smiley emoji and
Oh,
all
yeah,
this
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I do it in my way. And now they've got it where the girl that what manages all the IT stuff, she has AI. It's called Claude. I don't know if everybody's heard of it. It's a new
We're
one.
using, yeah.
Literally is running the company.
Oh,
It
wow.
goes and she runs a report. I guess she hits a button and runs a report. And it basically scans everything that everyone's done for the week, every email, and it's taken things almost, I'm going to say, to a micromanaging
Oh, I
situation
hate that
because
too.
a friend got called down because Claude found it, and I just they wouldn't dare call me down
So
on
you
it.
say it to
I'm
you.
gonna say they wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
But she sent an email, and she didn't put a period at the end of one sentence. And got of all
And
the
they caught.
emails and stuff, and Claude caught it, and it was brought to her attention that she sent an email out, and she didn't have a period at the end of the sentence.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
I don't like that either.
yeah,
Well, I will just briefly talk about Claude a little bit in AI in my work, and of course I'm in finance,
right.
so a lot of personal, a lot of confidential information. So I'm really and my boss is like, you gotta look into it and see if there's any applications that you could use it for. So I am, and we've really just kind of been starting to delve into it, but it's like I just like you said a while ago, I cannot put any banking information on there.
No,
I have, I can't put any investor information on there. I don't know how it's going to apply. I might be able to find some ways to apply it too, but there's so much. You're right. You can't, and to scan all of our documents, I mean, I just can't do that. I mean, our
that's
confidentiality, and our my fiduciary duty to investors and stuff, I just can't use it.
and they're
But
training Claude. So like when we have a weekly Zoom meeting, and we bring up everything, different things that are happening. Well, eventually, what their goal is, and I don't personally this will be probably after I'm gone, but is to they record every conversation is recorded. And then what's going to happen is AI is going to, or Claude or AI or whatever, is going to listen to every one of these conversations and meetings, everything. And then when a customer calls and has a question, that customer service and the I'm the old school, but the new generation will take that information and all they'll have to do, where I may use Chat GPT. I mean, when a customer calls, I always, number one, I research and pull up through Google the specifications on their printer, the maximum roll diameter, and I'll just have all that information in front of me. So eventually what will happen is the customer is going to call in, and then whoever's answering the phone, they'll be able through Claude will pull up immediately, answer. We'll have the ability. Now that's going to take time because
you got to build your
because they have to build. Like I said, it'll be after I'm dead, but
so then why eventually when they get all this, I don't know. You probably don't call it database, but why do you need? Why does any person need to be there?
And that's the one thing we have going for us is the fact that really people don't like that.
Right.
We closed some huge accounts this week, and they were because we picked up the phone and somebody had somebody to talk to.
See, that's right. Well, even when you call your credit card company or
I hate it.
Yeah,
I can't take that.
You just can't get to a person.
And you can't get to it. And and how many times have I had a customer? Thank you for picking up the phone. Thank you for, and I mean people that working for some huge corporations, SpaceX. I mean, just some huge corporations.
That's great. That's great.
And they still need that one-on-one, and that's what our company has going for us. Our management team is very insistent. They want to keep all that personal and that doing that, but they also want to integrate.
How do you feel as an employee though, knowing all your conversations, all your emails,
I'm from the old school. I've been doing this for 35 years. Number one, I don't like
you want to be micromanaged anyway.
I basically feel micromanaged now. And I can't take it. I think that it's to be somebody to pick me apart.
Right.
I can't.
Because you didn't put a period?
Because you didn't put a period. and you can somebody's, they're looking back and looking at every single, analyzing every single thing you've done. Well, I've
Yeah.
worked for 35, been doing
Right.
this for 35
Right.
years. I don't need someone. I mean, I've ran a $10 million territory. I've closed $1 million deals.
Right.
I don't need
Right.
somebody to tell me
That's right.
that I said the wrong thing, or why didn't I ask for this, or why didn't I ask for that.
Well, and Claude doesn't have all those extenuating circumstances that you have gained through experience.
Exactly.
So what I say here, but what Claude may say, this was incorrect or you shouldn't have done it this way, you certainly should have based on your experience and your relationships.
But I'm a dying breed.
I know.
When it's
That's scary. I don't even know what I would study in college anymore.
Yeah, when I'm gone.
Yeah.
It's a whole new younger generation. Now that generation they're not gonna have the knowledge I have.
No.
They're not gonna have the experience. Yep. Because it's particularly with the industry we're in, and I've seen it just totally change throughout the my career. It's just a 360. It's nothing like it was.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be left to the younger generation who can probably, I don't handle change real well. Yeah. I don't handle somebody, who was 10 years old when I was doing this job, trying to tell me that why didn't I put a follow-up on that to conversation? Exactly. Why didn't I, I don't have time for it. Right. I don't need that.
That's right. This subject is so intensive because, and we don't have time to get into it and everything, but Shelby's 31.
Right.
And she's going through this at her company right now. And what AI and the people that are leaving, or the turnover that they're having, or the jobs that they don't need anymore.
Right.
And taking away some of, because hers is a lot of customer service too, taking away that one-on-one and putting in the chat bots and stuff like that. So, yeah.
They're not there yet. I'm telling. I see it every day. No. They want to be.
Yeah.
But the personal one-on-one and building that personal one-on-one relationship, I don't see that. I see it going away because of AI, but I don't. But it's dying.
What's the return to these companies, though? I'm just curious if the return.
I guess they said you don't have to have as many employees.
I know, but I just wonder. I'd like to see the numbers. Is it really?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess they're going to run. Their goal is probably. I think that our goal, because we are so still customer old fashioned. We're a mixture of both. We're mashed together. We're wanting technology, but we want the original, But if it ever goes in just one direction, I mean, I don't know what the advantage is going to be.
I'm glad, we talked about, we love our jobs and we love working, but we, on the horizon, I'm thinking maybe 3 years, I'll probably retire or something like that. And
that's what I'm looking
so we're on the kind of the same timeline or whatever, but I'm happy that I'm not going to have to deal with it, really.
I'm happy too. In fact, it's probably going to be Claude that'll probably end up taking me out.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, and I don't mean on a company basis.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for my well-being.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the change.
You don't want to mess with it.
The stress and feeling so totally micromanaged at my age. In my experience, I can't.
No.
I can't deal with it.
I'm with you.
And I feel bad.
I
feel really bad. But I mean, I get to a meeting and I think, Lord, let me make it through it without being.
Well, thank goodness Claude wasn't monitoring when you were having your.
Well, Claude, Claude wasn't. Claude wasn't that as. Yeah, Claude wasn't. Claude was just starting it. Claude was a baby.
Yeah.
But I mean, but between the last 6 months. To now, I mean, Claude Claude's a teenager now, a little rebellious.
That's what's amazing is how fast.
Yeah,
it's
it's definitely changed. Medication time.
Yeah.
you're but anyway, so we're talking about how it affects work, and it's gonna and how it's gonna affect our futures. Our futures working.
Yeah. Yeah,
It,
yeah.
it's
Because I wanted to probably get a little part-time job, and it's kind of funny. I was talking with my sister yesterday, and she was like, "Yeah, I think I'll get a part-time job at the bird shop, and
yeah,
somebody else was going to get a part-time job maybe at Lowe's and stuff like that." But we don't know what that workforce is going to look like.
yeah. It's going to be completely different, and,
Yeah,
everybody is ordering so much online. Again,
yeah,
you just go back to AI. You go
right.
back to using,
I know,
it's just
and that's heartbreaking. That's a whole nother subject.
so
The mom and pop little
little
stores going.
stores. What
Yeah,
happens to
yeah.
them? I mean,
And the fun just of getting together, and even us, like when we
yeah,
go to, like Glen Rose or
yeah.
Granbury
Or the
and
little
go a little
boutiques
shopping.
and doing
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna, now you can go shopping online, and you can put
Yeah.
up your body type, or they can take a
Yeah.
picture of you if you're getting your hair done, figure out exactly what hairstyle is going to look the best.
Oh
What
boy.
color do you want?
Yeah.
What clothes do you need to wear? I mean,
I don't know. We just need to
I don't
keep
know,
our
but we got to get
individuality.
comfortable.
Yeah.
We need to get comfortable
Well,
with the technology, but it is very
maybe we
controversial,
do.
and there's
Maybe
still a lot of
in
barriers.
some instances, maybe, but we've made it this far, and
Yeah,
I want to keep our
but
individual.
who would have thought?
Holy
Who
cow.
would have thought
Well, if
growing
you
up?
had read, I put up my Fahrenheit 451,
I
but if
mean,
you had read all the science fiction novels from, I mean,
well,
that's what amazes me.
if you really want to go back, you think about the cartoon, the Jetsons.
Oh, yeah.
Who would have?
Yeah.
The robots were the maid.
Food that
The
just came out
food
of
just came
the,
of the
yeah, like
micro. Do do do
yeah,
ding that
and the
comes
food's
out
ready.
now. The
Yeah.
cars that fly, where
Yes.
they're talking about going to have,
That's
the cabs
funny.
will eventually
Yeah.
be where they're going to go and go. So much of they
That's
say
funny.
about the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Think what they thought, which was a fun make believe.
Yeah.
In the future,
Yeah.
futuristic,
Yeah.
is now
Yeah.
reality.
I remember just watching that movie. I think it was Total Recall. Do you remember that? And I thought that was so scary because that had drones, and where they were tracking him and everything. I thought that's so scary, and they also had I'd call it facial recognition, but they stared in the eyes to see who it really was.
See, they
And
got
it's
that's
yeah,
every
I
day.
know.
Yeah, I mean, that's happened. We've got the was it the World Cup that's going to be here in Arlington, and on TV, all they've shown are the little robot dogs that
That's
are going to be going
scary.
through and scanning everybody. And
That's
during that scan, they're going to be able to take your picture. They're going to be able to pull up your history. They're going to be able to know everything about you by just looking at that scan.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you know what? Yes, there is some good that comes out of it. Let's say, if somebody stopped from doing something
Right.
wrong, or if you catch a murderer or something.
Right.
But I don't think that outweighs the risk to
No,
an
it's
individual person and your
right.
invasion of privacy
Yeah.
and being tracked forever, or them always knowing where you are and what you're doing. But that's another conversation. So
we're talking about
yeah.
the increased mobility.
Yep.
This is where we need to go. And we need to talk about it. It says it's going to maintain freedom after you stop driving, because you can they'll have cars that do it automatically. Okay, this is where we're going to talk about the new vehicles that are actually going to be going into effect next year and are going to be manufactured. They're going to have an AI chip in them.
2027.
I understand it's 2027 is when
cars.
And it's been passed by Congress. Now, I really think I was talking to a friend, and we thought, well, they're probably going to be one of those things, because we're not there yet, that they'll probably prolong or put it out.
Yeah.
But the new car, what the technology is going to be, when you get into your car, it's going to have it's going to have a scan when anybody driving, and it's going to detect if you've got a twitch, if you're going to, it's basically going to see what your health is. And if your health doesn't, I guess, meet the standards, or it thinks that your eyes are too red, or you've had a glass of wine, or maybe it's going to not let you drive. Your car will not start.
That's too far.
And it could be, and you got to think, how can they perfect this? Because let's say you're sick, and you're trying to go get to the doctor, and you get in the car and your pales, and I'm just shivering because you've got chills or whatever. Well, that car does not want you to drive.
Wow. And what if it's an emergency?
If you,
Somebody's after you or something. I mean, you can come up with all
yeah,
kinds of scenarios, and you need to get out of
and you
there.
need to get
And
out,
maybe you've
it
been
will
crying
not.
or you're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hysterical.
You've had
Yeah.
a fight with your boyfriend,
Yeah.
a fight with your
Yeah.
husband. You're upset. And you
Yeah.
just want to
You're trying to
get
get away.
away because you're crying. You're
Or
in
you had
domestic.
one little sip of wine.
Right,
I mean,
domestic violence,
yeah.
and you
Yeah.
jump in the car
And
to,
you're agitated
and you're
and yeah.
agitated, and you've been beat up or whatever, and you
I
just.
do not want that.
But that is what the future holds. Anyone that doubts that, they need to go ahead and Google it and look at it and
Wow.
write your
Okay.
congressman. We're not ready for that yet, but that is what they have.
They
But
need
that
to be
is what they have planned.
yeah.
That the person I was talking to, we were just in discussing it with, is in the process was to buy a new car,
Well, I think you do it now.
and said that's exactly what he
Yeah.
said. He said, "I'm buying my car now
Yeah.
because I'm not," and he's origin, I'm not gonna.
No.
I don't trust that for anything. And it's me. And and the thing is, they're working with all the car makers, and this is it. This isn't just a Tesla thing. It
See,
isn't
I've
just
never
another
heard
thing.
that. So it's not
When you
known.
get
But
no,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
Google it and look at YouTube it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they've
Wow.
snuck those little things
Yeah.
that they've kind of snucked in, and we're just.
Wow.
I just don't think we're there yet. I think it's but it's all.
I don't ever want to be there.
It's a mandatory for all the car manufacturers as well.
Wow.
I understand it. Please Google and look at
Yeah.
for yourself.
Yeah.
But if you in the market for a new car, you might want to look at.
I don't want somebody controlling me like
No,
that
no,
ever.
especially when I drive. I'd never be able to drive again. And my alarm will go, yeah, she's in the car, she's driving.
Oh
Notify
my God.
the
That's terrifying.
911.
I don't like that.
No,
I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Oh man, negative effects. On the
Okay.
elderly.
And we're going to go about the scams.
Okay.
Okay. I have a friend, and this is so sad. She wasn't a wealthy lady.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother had died and had left some stock and pretty much left an inheritance. She said she had, some extra money and different things. And on her computer, a message came up, and it started, and I've gotten the same message before, and immediately it's an alarm that goes off that said it says, yeah, I mean, it just yells at you.
Oh wow.
And says your computer has been, warning, all this stuff. Call this number,
Yeah. Oh dear.
you've been infected, and the only way to get it going. And she called the number. Somehow, and I don't know, there's always more to a story,
Sure.
than what you never get 100% or
Sure.
whatever, because you think, what in the world?
Yeah.
Anyway, so she called, and they told her that she was going to have to, that it had been, a breach
Mm-hmm.
in her thing, and banking information and everything was lost. And what they needed to do is first thing she needed to do was she needed to contact her bank and to get her money out because of the breach. And they said, where do you bank? And she didn't, and she was a very smart. She wasn't dumb that had mental problems or was deteriorating mentally. She was a smart woman.
Sure.
And I'd said, you need to contact who do you bank with? And it was so convincing. The first thing you do is you said, I bank, this is my bank.
Sure.
And then it said, well, let me put you through. We're going to put you, let me contact you. I'm going to contact your bank and let me tell them what happened. Hold a moment, please. So they put her on hold, and somebody comes on, and this is such and such bank with security fraud department. And the guy's on there trying to, help her. So, well, her computer's been compromised, and we're trying to get her money. What do what's your suggestion? What do you think is the best thing? What can we do? And I guess they had asked how much money she had in the bank account or saved. It was $35,000. She had $35,000 because she just cashed in some stock that her mother had died, and she had taken that money out. And So she voluntarily, said, I have $35,000, I just deposited it and whatever. And they said, well, you got to get it out. And so together, she thought she was talking to her bank. The bank
Right.
asked for, and the bank says, okay, what is your account number? And then to
Oh.
kind of, what is your personal PIN number?
Oh
So we can
no.
verify.
Oh my
So she gives the
goodness.
PIN information. They said, okay, the best solution that we can think of right now is you need to get down here to the bank. You need to withdraw your money in cash to get it out of that account so it cannot be, affected. And do that. And I guess, I don't know if they stayed on the phone with her. I'm sure they do.
Mm-hmm.
And it said, and then we're setting you up an account with Bitcoin,
Oh
because that's going to be the safest
no.
thing to put your money in. And they send her through her phone, they send her, this looks like an actual card with her name on it, I guess the account number, everything
Oh
you need for your
no.
Bitcoin. And we need you to go to the Bitcoin ATM or whatever they
Mm-hmm.
call it.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to immediately put the money into the machine and keep it in there until we'll contact you when we've got everything cleaned up and everything's good. And then you can transfer it. Then you can transfer it back out. So she left. She went to the bank. She took her $35,000. She went to the
Oh.
ATM and she fed the 35,000 into it. Then later she's just kind of thinking about it, and somebody told somebody,
Uh-huh.
and they asked her, well, how did you know that was actually, because it was HP that caught it, she said.
Okay.
And said, how do you know you were actually talking to, or the security, maybe Norton, I don't know who they used.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But I said, well, how do you know that was actually who you were talking to?
Right.
Because I guess she'd been thinking about it, and
Mm-hmm.
she'd kept watching to see because it showed it was good.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
she says, well, I'm not really sure. I mean, no, I guess I'm not. And they said, you need to contact the police.
Oh
And she
no.
contacted the police. They contacted Homeland Security,
Okay. Wow.
reported everything. And to this day, she lost her money.
That's
And there's
unbelievable.
absolutely nothing anyone can do to get it back.
I
She
know.
has contacted anybody, and it's companies
So
that say that
sad.
they've tried to track it and do things,
So sad.
and gone.
So sad.
Just gone. Just gone. And you think, how could anybody be so, but they are so
Yeah,
convincing.
that's what you hear.
And that, I mean, they at her bank, and they gave
Yeah.
her, but they had a way of feeding the information out of her, because if you
Right.
call a bank, they're going
Yeah.
to want
They
your
know
your
what they're
your
doing.
your
Yeah.
personal code or whatever to
Oh,
to
Connie,
know.
that's horrible.
And another friend that, well, it's not a friend of mine, it was somebody else's. His daughter was actually on a dating app and met this gentleman. They became very good friends. I mean,
Okay.
just really. I mean, they talked every day. They
Just online?
online.
Okay.
Supposedly, when he was maybe in Florida or somewhere.
Okay.
And she was just recently divorced, and she had a little boy.
Oh no.
And so she had her divorce settlement. She
Mhm.
got her money. She had about $40,000. And so as this gentleman kind of was trying to take her under his wing, to help her, and they discussed just different things, and it went on for probably almost a year.
Oh my.
Look at this. I mean, these, and when about 6 months or so in, as it progressed, he started saying, oh, well, I'm doing this investment into Bitcoin and stuff,
Mhm.
if you've got, maybe they talked about her
What to
divorce
do
and
with
what
the
she
money?
got,
Yeah. Mhm.
and because she's totally has no doubt about about this guy. He's a nice, he's
Right.
father, and this man, he
Sure.
really, likes me, and
Yeah.
he's really trying to help me. So she put in a few $1,000s into it, and it was fine. She came back, she was making some money on it.
Okay.
Showed she made money,
Mhm.
that was good.
Mhm.
They even at one point let her take a little bit out, which that was
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
And he had helped her set everything up,
Uh-huh.
till eventually she had put all her over a year span.
Right.
She had put because I guess he knew how much money,
Right.
but through talking, you
Sure.
sometimes we know I'm the worst. That
Sure.
you say
Yeah.
things that maybe you shouldn't share.
Yeah.
And so one morning, so she had $40,000 in it, and so she went to call the guy and talk to him, the regular call, and how things were going, and couldn't get hold of him. Number was disconnected. Emails were gone. Emails were gone. So she went into her Bitcoin account in a panic. It was gone. Gone.
Oh my
Gone.
goodness. Gone.
It was gone. Everything. Gone.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, and that they, and the police said it's gone. There was nothing.
That's somebody that's what obviously they do for a living, to make that type of time commitment.
And they do, and they make
yeah.
you want to, and I guess it's so bad that they want to build, they
Yeah.
want to build your trust. And if you're really, if you're, and it doesn't mean if you fall for it, that you're not a smart person.
No.
It just, people can wrap your emotions around and put you with so much trust.
Right. Oh yeah. And that, like
so,
I said, that's
but again, AI, it's AI, it's the internet, it's being able to do all this stuff. But so that's to really, to look out. And again, and like I said, they can now, the new thing is they clone your voice.
Yep.
You call, you say hello.
Yes.
And you got to be very careful, because they'll clone it.
Yep, that's right.
And then you've got, fake videos mimicking your family. You hear all the time where people are calling, like, if somebody called the police and told me my grandson was in jail or needed something.
Yeah.
I don't see it now, but before I became more aware of it, I can see myself calling, panicking, trying to get him out of jail, helping him before,
Yeah, of course. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then there's overdependence on AI,
how they can just kind of, people can get overdependence on anything.
On anything,
Yeah.
Loss of human care, privacy concerns, which we've talked about. Yeah.
Trying to avoid, your human interaction. You get so used to that. You don't, the mind works in a lot of different ways.
It does. It does. Well, why don't we get to our questions? Because I think that we have talked about this. Unless you think that there's something else. I think
questions are good, because the questions are going to cover
the
things that maybe that we've talked about, but it'll kind of give just a little bit of a brief.
Well, I need AI to help me with my cards here.
we should have put it on AI. There you go. We could have had AI ask us.
I'm struggling
we could have had AI ask us the question.
Yeah. No, let's just keep it to, this is then and now. Let's stay in the then a little bit.
There you go.
Okay.
So we can talk about the general feelings about AI. Some of the, like when we hear the term artificial intelligence.
Scares the heck out of me.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. It does.
So obviously you've answered the second question. Does AI excite you, worry you, or both?
Yeah.
I think I'm all three. I think it excites me. It's for what some of the potential and things are.
Mm-hmm.
Worries me. Yes, I don't like being.
You don't like the car thing. You don't
being,
like
very
too
personal.
Yeah, agree.
To improve life for older adults.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are some positives there.
Yeah.
And then I said, although there's positives, maybe there aren't as many negatives, just because you're already, nearing the end of your life and stuff. What can make it better? As long as you're not getting scammed,
right?
And they're taking your life savings. So there's
and this is a good one for you, Vikki.
What?
Because this one you've already proven and answered, and I don't even know if you realize it.
What?
It says, have you used AI without realizing it?
Yes.
I was going to say, because we were talking and you
Alexa.
were like, yes. And you were like, well, I don't really use AI and I don't do it. And next thing you know, you're in the other room telling Alexa to look up my name.
I was curious what was out there about you. I was curious if your porn site was going to show up.
Yeah, you're going to be sure and rate it. I want to keep those 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
So that's we do use it.
And you really know what got me started on that is going to Shelby's house, and she had it, and it was just playing music. And I thought, that would just kind of be nice just to have, it play whatever I want when I'm in the kitchen cooking or
Yeah.
doing whatever. And so that's really kind of what drove me to do it, to get it without even
Yeah.
realizing what I was doing.
Yeah. So yeah, I
So,
thought that one
yeah.
was interesting. And of course, what do you think what is your biggest concern?
Oh, just the,
Privacy.
invasiveness.
Yeah, that's the way
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
too. I mean,
And
that's
the control, or losing control of your life
yeah,
because of it.
of AI. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
a
somebody's always, yeah, I have more fears about it than anything, probably just somebody always controlling you, knowing what you're doing,
right.
finding you, um, letting you drive or not drive.
Yeah, that's a big one for me. But
Yeah.
like I said,
Any of that.
I really, it probably my driving would really be down to not much. It had
Yeah.
didn't
If
my
you had that.
car didn't have all the safety features
Yeah.
on it that it does. I mean that was the first thing. Like I said, that
Right.
was that in buying a new car. That was the first thing.
Yeah. Freedom of speech.
Right.
I mean, you speak your mind, but I speak my mind, especially when it comes to politics
Yeah, you're
or
much
individual
yeah.
freedoms or something like that. And whoa, I say the wrong thing. And then what happens?
AI's gonna catch you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then and you kind of answered this one too, like how comfortable are you about using technology to be up today though? It says compared to 20 years ago. When the computers just came
Yeah. I
out 20
mean,
years ago.
it's,
So we
yeah.
didn't really that was great.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
But compared to now, computers are nothing and
Yeah.
computers are running everything.
Yeah. Well, you can do everything on your little phone almost. That
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
you
do on
don't even
your,
use
yeah,
computers
you don't even
anymore.
have
You
to
don't
have
even, yeah,
that.
you don't
Yeah.
have to use it. You
Yeah.
do it all on your phone.
Right. Exactly.
So what technology has made the biggest positive difference in your life? Which part of it, of everything you use? You know, it's not Alexa.
Uh,
It's the biggest technology positive.
wow. I don't even
Is it your
know.
watch?
Probably tracking my
Your
runs and
watch?
my physical
Right.
activity.
Or even your iPhone?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. I don't know. I'd like to think that I'm just really not that. I mean, I use it, you know, uh, yeah, and maybe the navigation, but then I also like, my own Rand McNally maps,
Oh
my
my
hard
oh
copy.
my
Oh, I
goodness.
do. I love maps.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So, I don't know. And I am on Facebook a little bit, and I have been on Instagram a little bit. But I like to think that I
Try to limit yourself.
do what?
Were you limiting putting yourself out there? I mean,
Yeah,
for
for
things?
sure. I don't think at first. I think,
Right.
first like 2012 or something, kind of when I first got turned on to it or whatever. It
Right.
was like, but then it was like, oh my gosh, this can be,
This can work against
this
you.
can work against
That's what I
you.
used to before I ever
Yeah.
got on Facebook, which I
Yeah.
love the old
Yeah.
timey thing now.
Yeah.
I used to think, man, you know what? All those things people would post, think, man, I could get in a lot of trouble on
Absolutely.
on Facebook of putting things out there. A
Absolutely.
lot of families have had a lot of arguments
Right.
over Facebook with
Right.
too much sharing about
Yeah.
inner family
Absolutely.
things.
Absolutely. And
So-
maybe somebody from your past finds you that you didn't want to
Exactly,
find you.
just like Jonathan.
Well, that
you,
one's
you wanted
okay,
to
yeah,
find it, but yeah, but
I've
true,
had
that's how
other
you
people
found it.
crawl
Yeah.
out of the woodwork and it's like,
Oh,
yeah.
well, that ought to be a whole podcast
Well,
on its
no,
own.
we probably won't do
Okay.
that. Okay.
Okay. Well, what frustrates you the most, technology wise?
Oh, I just hate learning new stuff.
Yeah, I think we all feel that.
I mean,
way.
even if we keep going back to when we started the podcast. That was just frustrating as heck to me. And thank goodness you're so much better at it than me.
Well,
You
it
kind of
did,
take the lead.
and
on
I
it.
couldn't do. Yeah, I took the lead and
Yeah.
using AI to find the
Well,
hot
that's true.
find
You
a
did.
hot podcast
did.
guy. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
you did.
So that really helped us out there, didn't it? So
Actually, AI didn't do that. That was an actual
old
old-fashioned
somebody
human
refers.
connection. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So do you feel technology companies like Apple and Tesla and all these big companies, do you think they, in their mind to design products, that they're giving a thought to what would help seniors?
Only if it's going to make them money.
Good point.
I think I think everything, all this is driven by control, power, and money.
And money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a feeling that actually I mean, for the medical part, no, that's really could be anybody, young
Yeah,
or
yeah,
old. So
yeah,
I don't think when they designed the carless, driveless
yeah,
car, I don't think they thought, oh, this will be perfect
yeah.
for grandma.
That's right.
You
Exactly.
know,
That's right.
we've got to do,
I
we
don't think
got to,
somebody's sitting
yeah,
around
no,
doing that. Somebody might approach them and say, "Hey, there's a market here."
right.
So, yeah.
Would you use AI tools if they helped you stay independent longer?
Some of them, sure. I think
I absolutely. I mean,
yeah,
obviously with
yeah,
driving, I
yeah,
already do.
yeah.
Okay, so how do you? Okay, now this is just how do you feel about smart home devices monitoring safety?
Well, I mean, that brought up some good points that we already talked about. First of all, I don't really know how it does it, but going back to you got a dementia person and the stove turns off. That's great.
Right.
I also worry about, you know, me and my science fiction, smart homes that lock you in.
That's a good
You
point.
know,
No, that's a
you
very good
you
point.
can't get
But that
out.
would make a. I guess there's been books written. I was going
Well,
to say,
there's
man, that
books
could
and
make a really
movies
good movie.
where the house locks down and you can't get
Yeah, and you
out.
can't get
Yeah.
out, and you know you want to.
Or, AI takes on, it evolves into a personality, and what if
Well,
they
and
don't like you?
it's already doing
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So what if it all of a sudden says, Connie, you're kind of pissing me off, or you're getting on my nerves today. I'm just going to lock you in the bathroom.
Exactly. Well, they had on another thing I watched and was watching about this. They're hiring people now because they're putting AI on assembly lines or robots
Right.
things, so that they hire people and all they do is like put things together or do things because those movements AI remembers them, and that's how they're learning AI, how your robot
Oh.
is learning to fold something or to do something, or is even learning different personalities.
That's just scary to me.
I mean, it can
That's
go.
scary.
I mean, it can
Yeah,
get
it's scary to
pretty
me. Yeah,
pretty weird.
yeah.
I liked the one when we talked about companionship with AI and lonely seniors. See, I'm all for that. As long as you don't get, you can get pretty attached and very dependent on it. I can see that.
I mean, it could be like if something happened, it could be like the person experiencing the loss of a
Loss
loved
of a
one.
it would be because
Yeah,
you
a
could,
death of a family member.
bond.
So that I don't know. That's kind of scary
And
to
it
me.
could be like because it does say technology to replace the human connection. Yes, I think I think that can definitely happen.
That brings me back to another book I read one time, and I think it was later made into a movie not too long ago, or a decade ago, or something about. And this is old. The guy on a spaceship that fell in love with the computer.
Oh, a love story.
But he fell in love with a computer. There's a female voice.
Well, they're saying it's doing that.
Well,
That's happening now.
I know.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm just trying to find a hot computer.
Just go vibrate in your car.
That's 70 years old. Yeah, or wait for an 18-wheeler to pass by me real close.
Oh goodness.
So there is that how that AI or video calls help stay connected with our family members. That's true.
Well, how about this one? Because I think our time is. Yeah. Would you trust AI to help doctors diagnose illnesses?
Absolutely.
You would.
Oh, absolutely.
Would you be comfortable with virtual doctor visits assisted by AI? I think that's okay if you're actual. If it's
but again, you're losing
I was thinking
that.
It was an actual doctor.
You're losing that one-on-one.
I don't want it to replace my doctor.
No.
I mean,
but you know what? It's like the doctor I was using. He no longer takes patients in house. He does it all virtual. That's why I had to change doctors. Because my previous doctor, last time I'd gone into him, he said that, because I said, well, I guess I need to schedule my physical again for next year. And he says, well, I'm not going to be taking inpatient call. I'm not going to be doing inpatient any longer.
Holy cow.
I'm going to do, everything is going to be done virtual. So you'll just go get your blood work and he's going to talk to me. And I'm thinking, and he'd been my doctor for like 15 years.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought to myself, well, I think at 70, I really need to go in and actually see.
This isn't your guy.
See
that was
a
your dad's doctor.
Yes.
Is it?
And that's why I changed doctors, because I decided
you changed from him.
Yes, that's when I have a lady doctor now.
Well, I know you mentioned
that's young and she's
Okay.
absolutely fabulous.
Okay, well, you skipped over that part.
Yeah.
with me. Okay.
So
Okay.
anyway, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely
Yeah.
70. I need to see someone
Of course.
to see someone in person.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, they said
Yeah.
we
I
covered
just think
that
there's so
one.
much more, and I
Yeah,
think
there's it just goes on and on. I think we've really pretty much hit
well,
on it.
let's do a couple fun questions. But first, I want to say if we did this again in 6 months, conversation would be totally different. I
Isn't that the
bet.
truth?
Yeah.
Right.
How much is okay? If you had a personal, oh, where my mind goes on this. If you had a personal robot assistant, what would you want it to do?
Well, let's see. Boy, you left yourself open.
I did. I'm blushing.
I would want it to. I'd want it to talk to me slowly. I want it to like me.
Okay,
Tell me I was.
we'll move
Tell me
on.
I was beautiful.
We'll move on then.
And assist me with anything I needed.
Oh my gosh. If AI could bring back one skill you had when you were younger, what would it be?
Gosh, that's a good one.
I know, getting up off the floor.
Getting up on the floor. Yeah, when I was younger.
Well, I know. I mean, you
A
can get
skill
off the
when I
floor.
was younger. Yeah. Oh, to get. Yeah, that's true. It's
Ye-
kind of. Yeah, when I do. I do have to kind of crawl to the chair and kind of hoist from there.
Oh, okay, I was thinking about myself. Okay, what's one thing you still prefer the old-fashioned way?
No comment.
Okay, that's fair. I agree. All right, well, that was fun.
It was
It's
fun.
scary.
Scary.
I mean, I think there's good stuff.
fun, and it's reality.
Yeah, that's right. All those things. So,
So until next time, next week we'll see you then, and
Yeah.
like, subscribe, and we hope you've enjoyed this series on AI. We did a lot of research, and actually
and it's still just as confusing to me.
it's just as confusing, but we really did learn a lot. And the main thing is the fact we learned we've got a whole lot more to learn about.
That's
it,
right.
especially even as a whole
And
society.
Yeah, and I'm more scared now than I was before. So
Oh.
that's me. I know.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.